Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to me. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. It's good to see you again. I hope you're having a nice day. It is my birthday month and I decided to make a video dedicated to that. Today we're making a crochet cake, just like these. I love making these, but they take so long. I made these for my small business love potion and people love them actually. I get a lot of compliments on them. They're super cute and they're functional as well because they are gift boxes or jewelry boxes, however you like to use it. I just made them in a way that you can just open it, put your stuff in there. So today I'm gonna make one for myself. I bought this gift box. I found it at the dollar store. So if you're ready, let's crochet a birthday cake. For the crochet cake, you will need a box. You can find it at the dollar store, and you will need a 4.5 millimeter crochet hook. You can change your hook, it's up to you, but this is what I used for the base. And then for to decorate the cake and to make a strawberry or heart, I used 4 millimeter crochet hook. And I used a cotton yarn for the decoration, and for the base I used acrylic. I don't buy acrylic yarn anymore. I'm trying to opt for things that are more natural and more sustainable. But I had lots of acrylic yarn since I started crocheting and I still have extra yarn left over, so I need to use them for something, and that's why I'm using it. Yeah, that's all you need. Let's get started. So to start the project, we're gonna start with a magic ring. I know what you think, and don't hate me just yet, because I'm gonna show you how to make a magic ring. So if you'd like to give it a try, you can try. And if you learn, please let me know, because it's a very, very helpful method. And I know that a lot of people hate it. A lot of crocheters don't like using magic ring, but once you learn it, it's super helpful. Okay, so let's make our magic ring. You get your yarn, this is the end of your yarn, and then you're gonna wrap it around 2 fingers. So you hold it like this, wrap it once, and then wrap the second one on top of the other, creating an X, right? And then hold it here together. And now you have 2 loops on your fingers. So put the hook under the first loop and on top of the second loop and pull it through. Once you pull it through, the hook should be looking towards you. It should be facing you. What you're gonna do is you're gonna turn your fingers to the opposite side and then hold these 2 loops here. Hold them tight. And then once you take your fingers out, hold this connection over here. Hold it really tight. And then wrap your yarn around your hook. Pull it through, just like you're making a chain. And then you're still holding this, right? Once you let it go, your loop is gonna turn the other way, which is fine. You can take this little thing out of there. And then you have your magic ring. Now we're gonna work 6 single crochet in this magic ring. This is the magic ring. You did it. So let's do that. Hold both of these pieces of yarn and then work 6 single crochet. 1, 2, make sure the tension is right. 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then what you're gonna do, check if you have 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. Now you're gonna pull this loose end. Just pull it and close your magic ring. Now it's closed. And then go back to the stitch you started with and then do a slip stitch to connect it, to close the circle. Just do a little slip stitch here. Perfect. Now we learned the magic ring and how to make the magic ring. We can continue our project. It's easy after this. So you close it, you did your slip stitch. What you're gonna do right now is chain 2. We're gonna have double crochet twice in each of the stitches. So now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stitches to work on, and I'm going to work 2 half double crochet in each of those. While you're working, you can use a marker. I'm gonna use a stitch marker right after I did my first half double crochet, so I know where to connect it to, so I don't have to count. I mean, I can count, I probably should count, but I am sorry. There are a lot of trucks passing outside the window and it's probably very loud, so I apologize. So I worked 1 half double crochet in the first stitch. Now I'm going to work the second half double crochet in the same stitch, and as I said, I'm going to work 2 half double crochet in each of the stitches all around. Right now I'm using one of the cakes as a yarn holder. So practical. Okay, so I think I came back to the beginning. Let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yes. And then I'm going to connect this with a slip stitch to the first stitch that I made, the one with the stitch marker. We're connecting them with a slip stitch again, and then chain 2. And this time I'm going to work 2 half double crochet in the first stitch, and then 1 half double crochet in the upcoming stitch. And then this pattern is going to go all around. Finish the circle. We're gonna slip stitch into the first stitch that we worked. Again, the stitch with the marker. Chain 2. Remove the marker. Now for the upcoming row, we're going to work 2 half double crochet in the first stitch, 1 half double crochet in the next 2 stitches. Okay? And the pattern is going to go like that. And then we're going to come back to the beginning again. So let's do that. Until you get the desired size, which is this size for me, I'm going to crochet with the same pattern. What happens to the pattern is you start with 2 half double crochet the whole row. The second row, you go with 2 half double crochet and 1 half double crochet. And then the next row, you add 1 half double crochet every time. That's the pattern. I'm going to put it on the screen, so maybe it will make better sense. And you can make it as big as you want this way. You can just make it as big as you want. So I keep adding 1 half double crochet every row. It's just so easy that way. Once you figure it out, you can make any kind of circle. And that's how you make hats too. Okay, so now this is about the size as the bottom of the box. When you put it on, it should be slightly smaller than the bottom of your box. It will still fit because it stretches anyway. So there should be like a little bit of difference, but it will work. So we're gonna do a little trick here so that it would fold, and then we keep working up here. And that trick is working in the back loops only. So this bottom starts working upwards instead. So let's see how that works. We're gonna work only in the back loops. So we connected it with the slip stitch to the first stitch. Now we're going to continue. We're going to work in the back loop only. So normally we work in the full stitch, right? I'm going to half double crochet again, but this time back loop only. So I wrapped my yarn around my hook and then putting it through the back loop. And then here is my first stitch. And I'm gonna put my stitch marker and then continue working all around. Just one half double crochet in each stitch, but working only in the back loop. You see how it's working? We created the edge. This is the edge and this is the bottom. This is how it looks. And it's going to be more visible as we keep working. So now we came back to the beginning, and then I'm going to slip stitch again only in the back loop, and then I'm going to chain 2, and then this time I'm going to work just regularly in the full stitch, not only in the back loop but both of the loops. And then I'm going to build the side by working half double crochet in each of the stitches. The pattern is all the same. You're working half double crochet in all the stitches and all the rows are the same until you finish this part, until you cover the side of your box. Now that I finished the box, we're just going to make the fold so it would sit perfectly and we wouldn't see this part of the box. There's one thing to consider. I made it smaller than this box, but since my yarn is acrylic, it fits there because it's more stretchy. But if you're using cotton yarn, it's not as stretchy as acrylic, so you might have problems. So I'm going to show you how I fit it on there. But again, if you use cotton yarn, make sure to make it as the same size as the bottom so it fits better. Because even then, like even right now, I need to stretch it a lot to make it fit, but it still fits perfectly because it's acrylic yarn. Again, if your yarn is not stretchy, make sure to crochet the right size. Now we're going to put it on the box. Make sure this little starting point at the bottom is in the middle of the bottom. And then here is how it's aligned. And here we're going to work in the back loop again because we're going to fold it inside, and we're going to work in the back loops, half double crochet for one row, and then the next row we're just going to work half double crochet regularly, not only in the back loop, just regular stitch. But here for the next row that I'm about to work right now, I'm going to do half double crochet back loop only for the whole circle. So now I finished working only in the back loop, and I slip stitched it into the first stitch only in the back loop of the first stitch, And here's what it looks like when you work only in the back loop. Now this is going to easily fold. And now I'm going to chain 2 again. And just work regularly, just work half double crochet in all of these stitches. Okay, I finished it. Now I'm gonna cut the tail, pull it out. The bottom part is done. Let's try it on. And this is the fold. It looks like this for now. Now we're going to make the lid. For the lid, we're going to make it the same way we did the bottom. We're going to start with a magic ring, and then we're going to build it with half double crochet, and then 2 half double crochet in each of them. The same pattern goes on until you get the desired measurement. And then that measurement is going to match your box with the crochet on it. So it's going to be wider probably than this. And then you're going to do the fold like we did here by working in the back loops only. And then you will work either 1 or 2 rows of half double crochet for the side. And then your lid is going to be ready. Here is my lid finished. It looks like this. Whoop. It looks like a little hat. So now that we have the lid ready, we can go on making the piping, the decoration, the frosting, or whatever it's called, this bit. So to do this, we're going to take our 4mm crochet hook this time. And what we're going to do is chain 3. Do a slip knot, chain 3, 1, 2, 3. And then the next I'm going to work with treble crochet. Treble, triple, treble. I believe it's called treble. Or triple. Oh well, one of those. And to do that, you wrap it around twice. It might be hard to see, wait. Okay, to do that, you wrap it around twice. You put it through the first chain over here. And then you put your yarn around, pull it. Now you have 4 loops here. Now wrap your yarn around, pull it through 2 loops, right? And then wrap your yarn around, pull it through 2 more loops. And then normally, to finish treble, triple crochet, I'm still having trouble with it. Normally to finish it, you have to wrap it around once more and then pull it through both of these loops. But for this occasion, we're going to not do that. We're going to leave it as is. So what we do is we do only 2/3 of the treble crochet. We're going to keep doing this until we have 6 loops on our hook. Now repeating the same thing, and we're going to keep working in this first chain, by the way. So wrap your yarn around 2 times, put it through the first chain, again wrap your yarn around, pull it through, wrap it around, pull it through 2 loops, and then wrap it around, pull it through 2 loops for the second time. And then now we're going to work another. Wrap it twice, put it through. So now we have 6 loops. You see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then what we do is from behind of it, we just push it. See? A little bubble. And then we wrap the yarn once and then pull it through all the loops. And then that creates that piping effect. Cute. From here, what you do is chain 3 again. 1, 2, 3. And then do everything we did in the first part into this first chain over here. So again, and just keep doing this until you cover here. So you're gonna do one piece for here, you're gonna do one piece for here, and then you're gonna do one piece for here. So we're gonna have 3 of these. You just gotta measure as you go. So you make these bubbles, put it on your cake, and see how it fits. And then you can just keep making more. So I finished my piece for the bottom. This is the one for the bottom over here. This is gonna sit right there. What I did at the end when I finished it is I left a long tail so I can sew this in all around the box. So I left a tail about triple the size of the length. I left a very long tail just in case. And I'm going to take one of my needles. Now we're going to connect the beginning and the end. It's very easy, honestly. There's nothing to do. I just put it through the first chain. Just put it through wherever. They'll connect anyway. And then they're connected now. We're going to take the box out. Place this in there. Make sure it fits well. I'm going to put it through at the bottom. Just going to secure it, just going to attach it, and then I'm going to also attach the top of it. So I'll be attaching it from both the top at the bottom and the bottom. And we're just gonna go all around here. All right, now that we've finished sewing this on, this is done. We're gonna do the same thing for the lid. Okay, now we're almost done. I'm just gonna add a little heart on top of the box. And I am using a pattern from this book called Mad Hatter. It has the most fun patterns, and I'm going to make a heart from this book. Unfortunately, I cannot share the pattern because it is not mine. I'm sure there are videos on YouTube you can find on any kind of object, crochet object you want to make for yourself. To fill my little heart, I have lots of yarn scraps, so I'm going to fill the little heart with these. They work really well. If you save these, they're going to be so useful for these kind of projects. Okay, and we're done with it. It turned out to be super cute, and I'm definitely going to use this for my jewelry and my gemstones. I love this box. I'm so happy that I made one for myself too, and I'm really happy how it turned out. I love the colors. I love the little heart on it. So thanks again, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!